This video will introduce you to the Summative Alternate ELPAC. ELPAC stands for the English Language Proficiency Assessments for California. This video is sponsored by the California Department of Education. The assessments for evaluating English language skills for California students fall under the ELPAC umbrella. The ELPAC consists of the General ELPAC, which includes the Initial ELPAC and the Summative ELPAC, and the Alternate ELPAC, which consists of the Initial Alternate ELPAC and the Summative Alternate ELPAC. This video focuses on the Summative Alternate ELPAC. The other videos in this series cover other assessments. Let's start with a brief review of some basics about the Summative Alternate ELPAC. What is the Summative Alternate ELPAC? The Summative Alternate ELPAC provides information about an English learner or EL student's annual progress towards English language proficiency, EL programs and services, and supports decisions for students to be reclassified as fluent English proficient. This is important when ensuring that students continue to receive the support they need to do well in school. All alternate ELPAC task types are aligned with the 2012 California English Language Development Standards via the ELD connectors and assess 4 domains in an integrated manner using expressive and receptive task types. The task types assess language proficiency, not academic content. There are also alternate assessments for ELA, math, and science, which will be covered in another video. Please note that if a student is assigned the alternate assessment in one subject area, they will take the alternate assessment in all subject areas. Who takes the Summative Alternate ELPAC? The Summative Alternate ELPAC is given only to students who have previously been identified as English learner students based upon Initial ELPAC or Initial Alternate ELPAC results, whose Individualized Education Program, or IEP teams, have identified that they are eligible for an alternate assessment. The Summative Alternate ELPAC measures how well students are progressing with English language development in each of the 4 domains in an integrated manner. When is the Summative Alternate ELPAC taken? The testing window is February 1st, or the first Monday of February, through May 31st. The assessment is given annually to students until they are reclassified as fluent English proficient. How is the Summative Alternate ELPAC administered? The Alternate ELPAC is an untimed, computer-based assessment administered one-on-one by a trained test examiner who is familiar with the student's needs and their preferred mode or modes of communication. Some students may be able to navigate the test independently, depending on their abilities. Other students may interact with the test examiner who collects and records responses. The Alternate ELPAC uses integrated task types. Speaking and writing, which are expressive modes of communication, are into a single assessment task type. Are combined into a single assessment task. The expressive integrated task types allow students with diverse modes of communication to access the assessments. Individually preferred communication modes are the ways in which a student typically comprehends and expresses information in everyday home and classroom contexts. Students may use sign language, eye gaze, pointing, gestures, augmentative and alternative communication or ACC devices, or other alternate response options to comprehend and express information. Optional individualization provides the use of real objects, manipulatives, or picture cards. Using optional individualization for students who need it will allow for the testing experience to more closely mirror instruction that the student receives in the classroom. Remember that the test examiner must be familiar with the student's preferred mode or modes of communication. Let's shift gears and talk about how results are reported for the Summative Alternate ELPAC. For the Summative Alternate ELPAC, we have the expressive and receptive task types. These combine into an overall score, which will fall into one of 3 levels. These levels are Fluent English Proficient, Intermediate English Learner, and Novice English Learner. Let's look at where to find assessment results. Results from the Summative Alternate ELPAC are available through the Student Score Report, or SSR, the California Educator Reporting System, or CERS, and the test results for California's assessments website. Let's look at each of these sources. Families get access to their student scores through the Student Score Reports, which are sent to families either electronically or on paper. Each score report is designed to help families identify where their child is excelling or where they may need further support. Student score reports are generated in the student's primary home language, and local educational agencies, or LEAs, can request additional languages in the Test Operations Management System. Educators have access to their summative alternate ELPAC results in the California Educator Reporting System, or CERS. CERS allows educators to analyze student assessment performance prior to the public release of all results, which occurs in the fall. The general public can access summative alternate ELPAC data from the California Department of Education's Test Results for California's Assessments website. The public release of data occurs in the fall. Since these results are public, they are aggregate results and no specific student scores are available. LEAs are strongly encouraged to start using their local assessment data for planning as soon as the results are available. Teachers and administrators have the ability to review data and start planning prior to the close of the school year, making the data even more actionable. Thank you for watching this video about the summative alternate ELPAC. We hope it has provided you some tools to further build your understanding.